What's up, everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're playing some March of the Loner, guys. I really like Ill-Tempered Loner. This is a card that is super fun, and we got some new cards from this recent set that got to be a little excited for this. So 4 mana 3/3. Whenever it is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any target. We've had some other cards in the past that they can deal damage to, target Planeswalker or whatever, but this is really powerful. And if we can get it to the flip side, which is kind of the hope for this deck, is that if we can get to the flip side, whenever permanent you control is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any target. So just any permanent dealing damage to it. So then if we have enough creatures out in the battlefield, we have like a burn down the house, and that's pretty easily 20 points of damage if we hit enough stuff on the battlefield. If we have 2 of these on the battlefield, suddenly just a little bit of damage can go a flipping long way. And so there's also lots and lots of creatures in the format right now that get pretty big. There's the combi of transients, there's a lot of stuff. There is life gain, which can be a little bit frustrating. I was debating if I wanted to throw in like a way to stop life gain from happening too, but just in general, this can be really powerful. We can deal damage to targets, eliminate creatures, as well as just dealing damage to face and winning the game. And so it's super powerful. If we can make multiple copies of the Howl Pack Avenger, it just becomes super busted. And that's what Reflections of Kiki-Jiki is here for, is that we get to do some really fun stuff with this. Also just to help bust, make burn down the house a little bit more busted whenever we do have it. Also just really good with all the other cards we're playing. Graveyard Trespasser, Eyetwitch, Shambling Ghast, they sacrifice at the end step so we can get some extra value from those guys as well. Goldspan Dragons, it makes good blockers for us. It also lets us be able to not play stuff on our turn to make sure we can go to nighttime or the Howl Pack Avenger as well. And then there's the combo of, if we have 2 of them out on the battlefield, we can make a bunch of extra copies of Reflection of Kiki-Jiki on the end step. And then if we have one of these guys on the battlefield, on the next turn, all of those Reflections of Kiki-Jiki will be able to make a bunch of copies of either Ill-Tempered Loner, Howl Pack Avenger, however much mana we need, and then we go off with a burn down the house, whatever kind of thing we need. Just like a little bit of damage with Wretched Sorrow, only needs 1 black mana as long as we have something to toss to suddenly just get all of the damage. We also just have all the attackers. Anyway, there's lots of fun, kind of crazy stuff we can do with this deck. The other side we're going for with this is that we also just have expensive spells. So Shatterskull Smashing and March of Wretched Sorrow, this is one of the hugest upgrades for this deck, is being able to just toss a bunch of black cards to be able to deal a little bit of extra damage to Ill-Tempered Loner. When they're, let's say that someone is in the middle of combat, they're going to deal damage to Ill-Tempered Loner as well. We can just get a couple extra points of damage to their face by not having to hold up as much mana to be able to do this at instant speed, which is really powerful with Ill-Tempered Loner, and I really like it. Then we have Goldspan Dragon and a bunch of treasure stuff, so that we can have a ton of ramp to be able to go off with Shatterskull Smashing, March of Wretched Sorrow, whatever. And if we can get Shatterskull Smashing up to above 6, then also we're doing twice the amount of damage with as whatever X is. We can target Loner and one of their stuff, or another creature if it's flipped around, so we can just be doing all the damage that we need to kill their to kill them, and that's what we do. So that's the game plan, is just making sure we can get to Loner, trying to make this happen, get damage onto him. The rest of the deck is built around just still being a good deck. We are playing Fable, so having some good ETB effects. Goldspan Dragon is still just a good finisher. We're playing mid-rangey, so we have some good removal. March of Wretched Sorrow, we are focused on a little bit heavy on this and Shatterskull Smashing for removal, but with the ramp that we get with Shambling Ghast, Kalain, Deadly Dispute, and Goldspan Dragon, we should be able to get to this. This is one of those cards that it's sometimes hard to play, because if you're on the draw, X is always a little bit too little to deal with their board effectively a lot of times, or unless we have board wipes, and we don't really have board wipes until burn down the house. But being able to have a little bit of extra ramp throughout the process gets us a little bit ahead in board, even if we're on the draw or if we're on the play. We can really utilize this in the early game to remove plenty of enough good stuff that Trespasser can get in for extra damage. We can actually stick our Ill-Tempered Loner, or whatever we need to do to kind of make sure we're going off with this. Then we have Lolth Spider Queen, just to make sure we're getting extra card draw, creatures on the battlefield. Just deals with everything. It's good stuff. Having more creatures on the battlefield for whenever we flip the Howl Pack Avenger, perfect. It's fine dying. Those creatures I'm fine with having them die to burn down the house. It just works really well for the kind of stuff we're doing. So that's the deck. Let's go and dive into the gameplay, see how this one works out for us. And guys, wish me luck, because this is going to be some fun stuff. Here we go. All right, pretty beautiful start here. We have, Shambling Ghast, Kalain, potential for some treasures. March is nice here, but mainly we're just trying to get to Ill-Tempered Loner as fast as possible. This is the other reason I like Kalain. First off, it ramps us up, it gets those extra treasures, but also having Ill-Tempered Loner be a little bit bigger is a very big deal. There's a lot of stuff that we can block a lot better if this is a 5/5 or a 6/6 over, if it wasn't. So, Shambles, go, pass the turn. We are looking for at least one more land. Wouldn't mind a Deadly Dispute or something. An extra Kalain. Not really what we're going for, but I'm fine getting the treasure to even just buff it up, maybe. We have Graveyard Trespasser as a 4/4 next turn. March of Wretched Sorrow as well. This is the other thing too, is that this is a way to just get rid of the what am I trying to say? I can also just pass the Kalain because we have an extra and I can kill this right now. I could wait and see if I find the land. Having a land would be huge. Pass to my turn. Let's go ahead and see if we can find it. Yeah, we got it. All right, perfect. So now we go Trespasser with the treasure. I should have killed it, I guess, first there, huh? Oh, well. Yeah, that's fine. And we're going to go ahead and X2. Get rid of the Kalain. Deal 2 to you. Yeah, having it in the graveyard would have been nice there. Oh, well. Another Jukai. Runes. All right. It's a draw card. Cool, cool, cool. Loner is beautiful. Attack in here, here. Down to 16, down to 11, and Loner. Being empty-handed here isn't, I mean, it's not amazing. Of course you want more cards, but, oh my goodness. All right, that's the Runeforge champion. Here's one side of, like, if they do just make Naturalist massive, we just block with Tempered Loner, we get to remove it. Life is fantastic, you know? So I can just keep buffing this. Should I be holding back the Loner is the question to make sure I have that removal, or I can attack in and I get, let's see, 4, 5, 7, or sorry, I can get up to 7. So we actually have lethal if they don't block. So they have to block here. And if they do block it, we're still getting just a bunch of extra damage. It's only creatures, right? Yeah, so submit 0. So yeah, it's lethal, right? Because I get to activate this twice. I thought it was only one time, but it is twice. So boom, bam, 11. There you go. That'll work. All right, I kind of forgot that's another way we need to spend a bunch of extra mana is people don't want to block this because we get to kill whatever they're chumping with and have an extra, you know, bit of damage because it can go to any target to hit them as well. Sweet stuff. All right, no red mana. We do have Shambling Ghast into Deadly Dispute, so on the draw, they have some more chances to interact with that, but that gives us, you know, 2 potential red sources, then Kalain to even add more to it, Fable to add more treasure. Lots of treasure, lots of mana fixing. Life should be good. We shall see. Go Shambles. And we found the Ill-Tempered Loner. Amazing. But up against Mono Black, this could be bad. Let's see here. Do I want to do this now? I've already played a land, right? So well, let's do this at instant speed. Pass turn. So maybe if I wanted to go for the dispute and then just play out Kalain, but having the treasures with Kalain it just sounds better. Environmental Sciences. Try to learn from that. They already play a land before that? Regain, okay. Shambles. Could kill the pest. Do I care about the pest? We find land here, we have Goldspan Dragon, right? Yeah, we go for Goldspan Dragon. No land? What? 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 Oh, come on. That's just stupid. Alright, that's as dumb as it gets. Alright, well, I guess we just go with Kalain. Fix the mana a little better. Try to build something to the... Come on, that was so dumb. Trespasser here is pretty sweet. I'm expecting them to have removal. But having 2 treasures on... Man, Or do I save up to try to get to this Goldspan Dragon? I can go for Fable Pass of the Mirror Breaker. I'm going to go for Trespasser. Let's have a 5/5 out in the battlefield. If they target it, they're at least going to have to discard. It's out of range of Mihuk Massacre for now, which is good. Well, let's get rid of stuff. Doesn't matter. It's a big threat. It's going to be harder for them to deal with. They probably just have Vanishing Verse, whatever. But 2 cards here. Get rid of a big threat. And they sacrifice the creature. And we're still stuck on 0 manas, even though we drew. There, we flip and go. Good job. Good job, deck. Didn't let me down this time. Swing in. Fable. All right. More ways to fix the mana. Life is good. That is one thing I really like about going treasure focus in Rakdos, whatever, is that I'm not typically that worried about all the manas and such. All right, Decklist can kill the wedding announcement. This is a little scary. What's going on here? Discard things. I don't think I want to. Yeah, we're gonna decline. Like our hand now that we're actually getting up to mana. I'm just debating if I could find the 5th land there. We can find extra mana with this this treasure token. I get a March of Wretched Sorrow to actually get some value out of playing this out as well. So let's go for that. Let's actually attack in with this guy. See how they block. I'm guessing they're gonna go for double block with the tokens, and then being able to kill this is fine. Actually, Decklist and saying exile a creature could force him to exile one of them there as well. Getting Goldspan could be good, although they're pretty close to the Blood in the Snow mana and whatever else. Mihuk Massacre, you know, all the shenanigans. If it's Blood in the Snow or Mihuk Massacre, I mean, they're losing a lot of stuff on this board as well. So Decklist is another one that's really powerful for us, is just making sure we get rid of this wedding announcement that force them to exile an enchantment. We can do that at instant speed. Saving the Goldspan Dragon until next turn where we can get the Kalain stuff there as well. Don't have enough mana to kill one of these guys and play Decklist without using the treasure. Debating if I care enough about that. The treasure is pretty powerful. Having this guy on board can be pretty useful. Just killing the guys isn't awful either. Let's go X1. Yeah, let's go ahead and save him. Having the treasure on the Goldspan Dragon, we do have a fairly high chance of still just drawing the land for this Goldspan Dragon. I am still going to go for this Decklist at instant speed, past turn. And just keeping this for more treasure, for more spells you can play with Loner or whatever. Yeah, all right, so most likely Doomscar there. All right, so I did not. What the junk? Why are you not stopping before the end step there? Ah, that's so annoying. When I have an effect, I was passing through this place. I was waiting to see if they did something there. I forgot to put the stop on their draw step. I thought that it stopped before the end step triggered. That was dumb. Oh well. We didn't find a flippin' land. What is up with not finding lands? That was frustrating. That was very, very frustrating. Everything that happened there. Oh well, that's fine. We're gonna play out the Loner with the next treasure onto it. It'll be good. We know that this is a potential Doomscar. So do we play anything into this? I have like Roadside Reliquary I can draw 2 cards with to find lands and get a greater land. Yeah, that doesn't really work out for us. What else would it be? It's gotta be the Doomscar, right? And we have a big enough board that they're gonna do stuff. So we're just gonna pass turn. We have Hive of the Eye Tyrant online now with whatever. If there's anything extra, anything else? It's gotta be Doomscar. It's not Doomscar. Oh, interesting. They could bring stuff back. Liesa. Well, we at least get a 5/5 with this dragon, which is nice. So yeah, this is probably Doomscar. They just get to keep bringing back stuff now because they have the Liesa. Pass them my turn. Goldspan. I mean, they just block here. Getting extra treasure would only be useful if we're going to play other stuff out. I'm debating if, though, like, going for the burn down the house could be useful. To make tokens. No, I don't really think it's that great. Alright, just doing a Goldspan Dragon. Create a treasure. It's definitely Doomscar. We're just setting them up to a place where they're going to have to play it. And once they get rid of a board wipe, then we have loners and everything going off. I would love to be able to keep this Goldspan Dragon. I'm debating if I want to play... I could play Shambling Ghast, create a copy of Shambling Ghast, make an extra treasure token. When they go Doomscar, we get another treasure token. Oh, wait. Pass turn. That's a way to ramp up to 6 mana. Backing in. Use our treasures to do this. Yeah, we don't want to take the Vor. We'll go ahead and do this now. It's definitely just board wipe going on here, but whatever. How do you get away from this Liesa? So it's another non-token creature we control die. So once Liesa is dead, it doesn't come back. They're just getting the Clarion Spear, right? All right. They get to bring it back because of the board wipe there, though. Right, okay. Intriguing. Burn down the house, get rid of Liesa. Not a terrible play. Just getting out these ill-tempered loners, though. Rite of Oblivion with Clarion Spirit. They get a token still out of it. They could bring it back to hand. I think we just got to get rid of this Liesa. As funky as it is, we do that. Another Blood in the Snow, though, means they get to bring it back. I like how this deck plays out. I like that it's different. That's fun. Different than the typical. Shambles. Loner. And it is on the werewolf side. We play 2 cards though, yeah, so it flips. The issue now is they've had several more turns to find board wipes or whatever else, you know? Not so great. I don't want to overcommit to this board. But having multiple loners is like what we need to do. So yeah, if they have amazing stuff, they have amazing stuff. We're going to get out our cards. We're going to try to play out 2 spells now so we can hopefully get them to flip it, or we're going to flip it on our turn. And right now what we're looking for is some like a March of Wretched Sorrow so we can flip this around. Get the value. These are vigilant, aren't they? Raise Sea Pants. Don't play a spell. Yeah, we get a flip around. Oh, and a Lolth. Whoa, that means if they attack him with those guys, we're in fantastic shape. Playing another loner means we get to attack in, but they can just take the damage here is part of the issue. But if anything gets blocked, we get to do a ton of extra damage. I still have the ability to buff. How much is that? Not enough, I don't think. They just have a board wipe. We're still in trouble. Lolth is pretty amazing. Let's go Lolth. This also means that they have to have board wipe like right away. Because if they don't have it here, then their angels hitting our spiders kills them.
For they consume the weak.
So now I think we attack in with everything. Even if they trade off with both of the loners, we get to deal just a ton of damage. Or maybe it's just this one and maybe one goes in. Try to keep one back. Yeah, let's do that. Keep one back. I don't want to lose everything on this turn. Whoa. All right. Deadly Disputes. All right, there it is. Cool, cool, cool. Down to 19. Yeah, more card draw though, so board wipe is a coming. Mihik Massacre is something we haven't seen yet. Most likely, they've got to have plenty of those in here, right? Removal for Lolth and a board wipe would be the worst thing here. So Rite of Oblivion, sacrificing there. But that leaves them with not doing a whole lot this turn, and that means that our Ill-Tempered Loner on the next turn is like good chance at just winning here, right? Mihik Massacre on a couple could be bad, like on 2 or 1, yeah. Yeah, not fun. Okay, treasure and treasure. Yeah, lots of life gain. Ugh. Eyetwitch. Okay. Yeah, they get attack in. These do have vigilance, man. It's so good. Now, we found the Lolth. Lolth was like such a big play there. They just had all the answers because they've had so many turns to draw stuffs. Deadly Dispute. Why? Why would you tap down double or a red source there? Let's go Roadside Reliquary and there. Deadly Dispute, sacrifice treasure. We're casting 2 spells here, which is a bit funky. Of course, we're going to draw all lands. All the lands. Dude. Ah. We have so much removal in this deck. And like so many things that hit tokens too. Dude, it is so frustrating. Swing in. Whoa. What? You're giving us a chance to survive this? Dude, they have lethal. Do you not recognize you have lethal? What? Alright, so we gotta kill one of them there. We get to deal damage there. We get to deal, I guess, damage at face. Eyetwitch is a little weird. Lifetotal is going low, and having them have a flyer is bad, but they still win with Hive the Eye Tyrant, right? Yeah, so we're still dead. Yeah, okay. Dude, man. We drew pretty poorly. I do not appreciate that. They lost lethal again with Hive. There we go. And they had the right, yeah. Dude, they've missed out on lethal like 7 times now. I mean, we're still dead, but... And we're still drawing all lands. Alright. Arena, you suck. Deadly Dispute with nothing. We are on the play and have a 3-drop. If they have removal, then we have Burn Down the House later, which is actually not a bad play. That lets Decklist maybe be better too if we just go for the creatures here. So I'll keep this hand. It's not too shabby. Smashing and another tap land here's a little bit awkward, or something I want to play out earlier. So yeah, lead off with Den for sure. If I have the black source, I play it out. So smashing can still be good. So I think we'll hold off on it for now. Last turn. That's a pretty good draw. So I think I'm wanting to get to burn down the house now. So Bloodchief Thirst, kill Aspirant. So now we're going to go Smashing tapped. Smashing is a pretty good spell for us here, but I think I'm just going to try to get to this burn down the house. Maybe even get out Ill-Tempered Loner, and I can throw damage at face if we need to. I hate that. Okay. Well then, Graveyard Trespasser has something to actually hit here. Forcing him to discard can be pretty powerful. Let's go ahead and just get this out there. Yep, get you. Block token, they're gonna draw a card. Deadly Disputes. Okay. Another flippin' wedding announcement. Goldspan Dragon. Beautiful. Go over the top. I like that. I like that lots. Guess more red. Goldspan. Swing in. Do I have any creatures? I don't think I do, right? Yeah. So just take that. Yeah, now we get to hold up Deadly Dispute. Life is good. Pass turn. Getting out Ill-Tempered and Loaded and just letting it flip around is also a pretty fun way to go. Hits in for 2. So that's gotta mean board wipe now, right? Rite of Oblivion. All right, sacrificing there. Yeah, get the treasure token. Now, yeah, now we'll sacrifice it. Auto pay. I should have waited to get the other treasure, actually, in case I had something else I wanted to play there, but whatever. Okay, so yeah, resolve. All good. All right, they get 2 tokens. Cheers. And this one flips, now they're big tokens. Pass to my turn. Field of Ruin. We haven't seen a board wipe yet. Can actually go with Den of the Bugbear here as well. We'll tap there. All right, so yeah, Goldspan Dragon number 2. Vanishing Verse is still annoying. I want to use up my mana before that goes to combat here, just in case they do have removal. So board wipes can be really awful for us, though. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get out the loner here. Getting it to flip over to nighttime is huge if we can make that happen. Get in with Goldspan. Down to 8, pass turn. This is also just a really good blocker against them going wide with tokens. So it is an answer to something that they're doing. Digging for board wipes now. Yep. Yeah, Mihik Massacre is brutal. Very, very brutal. Maria's Call. All right. All right. We have a shot. Potentially. All right, so I believe that as long as I can flip over to nighttime here, so if I play nothing, then with Goldspan Dragon, I can go March Wretched Sorrow and win. In response to anything, if they just attack in, I have Goldspan Dragon also blocking and getting hit here. But that lets them untap. And so so I'm not sure if I should do it on the upkeep and let them have a chance to like exile whatever we target here. I think making sure this flips around is the most important thing. So let's go ahead and just say pass turn. Now, any damage dealt to anything is awesome. If they go for Mihik Massacre, they shouldn't have the mana to be able to kill the Avenger as well. We do have 1, 2, just tons and tons of damage, right? 2 mana left up. So I think I target here. So X8, right? I believe I have enough. There we go. We got there. All right. No life gain in response. Perfect. 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 So they did. It was sorcery speed removal. They didn't have any instant speed removal. I was worried about that. So I could have done on the upkeep, but whatever. Life's good. It worked out. All right, I'm getting tricky. And Shambles into Trespasser. Only 1 color source. Good things on the top end. If we find just a land within 3 turns, life is good. Even just a treasure hit to one of them and then find a land. So yeah, we have several turns to try to make this work. Hopefully it does. So let's go Shambles. A way to ramp up. Life is good. Ooh. 2 draws for the first Trespasser. Hopefully we find it for land. I guess the other draw that would be great that's not a land here is Deadly Dispute. So we have several draws that are pretty decent here for us. Eyetwitch could also be good. I don't think we found an Eyetwitch yet in my games played so far. That's not a land or one of those things. Bring him back to the starting life total. All right, so 3 color. Oh, come on, deck. Seriously, why is it like the worst possible scenario like happens so often? Oh man, this is one of the frustrating things with Magic sometimes. Just like, okay, the odds. Let's check out MTG Assistant, Trusty and Dusty. Yeah, I mean, we also have tons of Shatterskull Smashing, so like 4 copies of Shatterskull Smashing, so our chances for lands here are still very high. What do you do about that, guys? What in the world do you do about that? That's just frustrating. Yeah, sure. You can have all the things to do. Do it, I dare ya. The nice thing here is that they still might not be able to attack in at least for a turn, because actually their right play to go for here is to give this guy haste, put counters on each of them, so then they can attack with Reinforced Champion. Us blocking doesn't help anything, and regardless, we really just need to find a land here no matter what. All right, so they are protecting here. I guess Root Invite also works. Down to there. Yeah, this becomes a 3/3. They attack with just this, and they're good. We are just going to block simply for a chance to get treasure now. See if there's any kind of chance to come back from this game. I kind of doubt it, because like, and this is one of the frustrating things is like, if that happens, the game's just over before there's even a small chance of anything going well. But that actually gives us a tiny chance back. If we're able to play out the Ill-Tempered Loner, if they make a massive dude, we just get to kill that massive dude with this. With Trample, though, they're still at least dealing damage to our face. So if they can do it multiple times, we're dead. If they can gain life gain, it doesn't really matter. But we at least get to kill stuff this way. We are interactive. So hopefully that's enough. Sustenance, yeah. So now it's like, oh, and game over. Yay. Yeah, with a life gain, I'm not sure. It's like just enough to like, do I stick around? But yeah, if what they're doing right now, just putting counters across the board, they're gonna hit hard enough with everything. Oh boy. Yep. Just in so much trouble now. And now they have free spells. With any more runes. No runes. All right. Somewhat surprising, at least. Doesn't hit in. Trespasser. We don't have the mana for another loner, but at least we're getting our life total a little bit higher. There is the side of, if we get two of these guys out and flipped around, we just block with enough creatures that we just have so much damage they can't deal with anything. But getting it to be nighttime is going to be near impossible for us because they're going to be casting two spells all the time. So it will require them to be attacking in. As long as they can do lethal at any point, then we're still dead. And if we have to block here, we won't be able to have the time to set up. We also have to find a red source now to have a shot. We'll see how this goes. Rugged Highlands. Rune of Might. Yeah, multiple people having trample-y stuff is bad. I believe it's just over. If we could play out Ill-Tempered Loner next turn, if we could survive an extra turn to let it flip over to nighttime, but like that's just impossible at this point, right? So I believe it's just concede. Another tramply guy. Yeah. The thing is that if I'm able to play this out, they're playing really slow and protecting their stuff as much as possible. They're able to build up a board really well. So we double block. This one dies. We have to kill Runeforge Champion. The Visitor's still around. We take 10. Yeah. Oh, it wasn't dealt 6 damage because I double blocked and it split the damage. I don't know what I'm thinking. Yeah, all right. Everything bad that could have gone bad there did. We didn't even find the other stuff there. It's all good. We're done. Up against Lucas Torch. On the play, March is fairly good at killing several things by turn 3. And that should let us get to the loner. So I guess this is a pretty keepable hand. Question is can I hold on to the Shatterskull Smashing early on? We'll get out something with black mana first. Let's go Haunted Ridge past turn. I can play this out tapped if I need to. Yeah, now we can hold off on the smashing until later on. We have enough lands in hand. Life is pretty good. Tap land. All right, well, play it out. All right, so we have loner for next turn. Their removal is going to be damage based. So go loner. Although they could have counter spells as well. So that's the other downside. But damage-based removal, we at least get value. Bounce is something else too. They could have bounce, but I'm fine with this being bounced back. Past turn, let this flip. Please do. Yay! And we got another one? Oh, whoa. Okay. So this is a big deal. Huh. All right, so we get the other Ill-Tempered Loner out in the battlefield. Yeah, we gotta go for that while we can. I want to keep it to be nighttime as long as possible. Getting out Eyetwitch could be good if they have like some sort of a board wipe here as well, but just attack in. Bounce is still annoying. We have... So X2 here means that we have 4 points of damage we can send at their face at any time. Just getting rid of an Eyetwitch. So like I'm happy to do something similar to that. If they cast 2 spells here, it does flip to daytime. See if they will. Down to 16. Yeah, just past turn. I like that. So Goldspan Dragon next turn to give us a little bit of extra mana for Wretched Sorrows and whatever. Or just smashing, hit multiple things. Whoa, this is big. All right, okay. So this is lethal, right? They're doing 4 damage to each non-deck. This is lethal. Should I do anything else in response with like March of Wretched Sorrow just to get the extra couple points of damage here is the question. They might have some way to counter an effect. And so like being able to do this now could potentially give us the 4 extra points of damage in case they have something. So just to be sure and positive. But if they have a 2 damage removal spell here, I guess it still is plenty, right? So yes. Okay. Okay. Damage. Damage. Tons and tons of damage. That is so... Yeah, so good. I just wanted the extra 4 points of damage just in case there's a way for them to gain life or do something there. But there's lethal. If they have any kind of counter spell here, like if they had any kind of negate of any kind... Sorry, a stifle of any kind. That's what I was trying to say. Then there was 4 more points of damage. Done. Cool. That was awesome. All right, guys. So there you have it with the March of Loner, the Loner deck, and worked out pretty well for us. There was definitely the issue is all of the black-white decks that are out there don't deal damage with all of their removal, which is why we put damage into all of our stuff to make sure that we can prioritize and make kind of the combo go off. But the issue is just how much removal they have. It's hard to actually set up, and our deck does require a little bit of setting up. We get enough value to interact with what they're doing and slow them down, but then we don't have enough to actually win the game. And that's the biggest issue against those matchups. Goldspan Dragon helps, Lolth helps if we hit them and they don't have the perfect removal for all this stuff right then. There's a couple games I'm not sure I'm showing because it was literally like we either just didn't draw lands ever, which is just never a fun thing to go for. Never fun to show that kind of stuff. And then there's another one that just had like everything we played had the perfect, like the perfect kind of removal for that in the moment at the time, and we just weren't able to do anything. And it's just that's just not fun to show it either, I feel like. But I'm not sure if you guys want to see that kind of stuff in here just to show what the deck kind of does. I'm in between because you guys leave the video on those ones a lot. It's what I see on that kind of stuff. If you just see like a really kind of devastating loss where it's just kind of me being salty because things are going so poorly, I'm not sure if it's actually fun. And so I'm going to try to keep some of those things in. It depends on how much time is available and everything like that. As far as the deck goes, is there ways to improve this? More early game creatures could be powerful. Maybe ways to flip it to nighttime so we have more consistency of just like whatever they do. If we can flip this to the Avenger side, could be better. So a Celestis could be useful then. I like a lot of what the deck is doing. Fable feels a little bit slow. Maybe having more copies of Eyetwitch just so that we have better interaction in the early game, ways to get in for a few more points of damage early game as well, so then we can actually prioritize damage towards face. Sometimes that's really hard to do when we don't have that. So like, but I'm not sure what we cut for that kind of stuff. Having the full playset of Shatterskull Smashing is useful. We didn't really get to use it a ton for what it goes for, but there are going to be games that is what wins us the game. When we have this flipped around, we have Goldspan Dragon, we can target it and another one of our creatures, awesome, or being able to target it for like 1 or 2 points of damage and one of their guys, and we are able to, you know, get in for the damage that we need to win games. There's just a lot of fun stuff. I think that this has a lot of cool interactive play, but there are decks out there that are just playing what they're doing already, and they're perfect like counters for our deck anyway. And that's the issue, is that it just doesn't fit into meta. It doesn't fit into everything out there. But if you're looking for something different, something interesting, or if you're ever looking for a deck that does well against, I think, the mono red type of decks, like if there's ever just a mono red or just like really aggressive decks that have shift back into meta and being the main focus, this deck I think is a pretty good counter for those, because we have enough life gain, we have enough ways to kind of just dealing with good removal anyway. We're gaining life with March of Wretched Sorrows, having lots of ways to deal damage. Having this on the battlefield is something that's really difficult for an aggro deck that's building up a creature to deal with, because it just does, you know, lots of damage. If it ever flips, amazing stuff is happening, and we can build up for combos to win and do really good stuff. Like this is a good deck to counter any kind of aggro deck, and so I think that's what's really fun. But any of the mid-rangey, control-y, lots of good removal stuff, just not quite fast enough for it. We have to build up too much of our board to be able to beat those decks, and it can happen, not often enough. That's my opinions. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.